Hold on here. Okay, let me just see.
Let's go.
My channel. Achievement complete. What? No, I want to see my live video. Twitch.
Wait.
Hold on. Hold on, everyone. We're problems. Okay, YouTube is live. Let's do this. Ready? I have our intro video to play. If you're not watching, head over to YouTube now. You can see our cool little intro video. Ready, Ro?
Yes. I'm ready. I was born ready.
Okay, here we go.
Where are you guys gonna read the comments here or YouTube? Everywhere. Here.
I don't think they can. I don't think they can hear us on YouTube while the intro video is playing. But yeah, this intro video slaps. I worked so hard on it. It's got a cute little animation of Ro and I.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
All right, welcome to the Loki after party. Can you believe we're on episode 4 of the show already? I feel like we just started this series.
My God, it's just 2 episodes left. 2 episodes left. I cannot believe it.
And from day one, we knew that the last 2 episodes of this show were going to blow our minds. It's what they were saying in press. It's what Tom Hiddleston's been saying since he first started talking about this show, that no one is ready for the last 2 episodes. So, bestie, I'm scared.
I'm scared too. It's just I don't know what to expect. And what I have read that these things are going crazier from episode 4. So I don't know what else to expect.
I don't know what to expect. I don't know how to feel about it either, because big feelings going on. If you're new to the show, if you don't know what's going on, my name is Liz.
My name is Ro.
And we are live on YouTube and Twitch and TikTok. If you're watching on TikTok, hello, everyone. Thank you for sending your gifts. Thank you for sending in your voice messages responding to this week's episode. You can keep the comments coming as we have our conversation here. And there's still time if you want to send in your reactions for us to play live. Link in my TikTok bio will send you to the space where you can send us your voice messages. But we did get some voice messages from our regular listeners. We have another with your mom, I think. Did your mom send in a message this week?
Yes, of course. Every week.
We have a segment on our show, Lola's Loki Thoughts, that's coming back this week. And I'm seeing we have lots of people joining us on Twitch, which is super exciting. Our first time live on Twitch. So thanks everyone for joining us. Our first segment of the show, which, funny, I made this segment. It's called Get Help. And I thought it would be funny because of the Get Help bit that Thor and Loki do. And really, it's just evolved into talking about the moment that made us cry this week, because I definitely did not expect to cry every episode. But bestie,
I know. There is a lot of things to talk about. I don't even know where to start, to be honest.
What's just of the week's episode? Go for it.
Where is what? Sorry?
What's your overall impression of episode 4? Like, what's your emotional reaction to what happened this week?
I would say I'm shook. I'm completely shook. Like, as Owen Wilson will say, wow.
That's
my reaction. Wow. First of all, we have in the first 10-15 minutes of the show, Sif coming back.
Absolutely, bestie. Absolutely.
Oh my God. I am no more excited now with Thor Love and Thunder.
I've been waiting for Sif to come back since I know she did come back in Thor The Dark World, but when we saw Sif in the first Thor movie, I was like, oh, she better be important. She better be an evolved, mature, well-written character. And then she just disappeared on us for so long. She just wasn't. It was like she never existed. So when they brought her back, the noise I made, I was like, finally.
But the thing is, like, fans were, suspicious because the actress, she commented in the post of Kate Herron the night before of the show, and everyone was like, you look suspicious right now.
Yeah. You know the TikTok sound that's like, don't be suspicious?
Yeah, don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. That was her. Yeah, I was so excited. And I mean, what a great appearance. That whole scene with Sif, it was funny, it was beautiful, it was satisfying to watch. It was brilliant.
Yes, so lovely, absolutely. And the fact that it was just repeating, it's like a wink to the, it's called a wink, right? It's a hint or not hint, a reference to the Norse mythology. So I really like that. They did very well.
That was your get help moment of the week that Sif was back.
Yes, Sif, totally. Also my get help moment is the post-credit scene.
Yes, the post-credit scene. We have so much to unpack with this whole scene. We finally got Richard E. Grant. I must say, that was not the outfit I expected to see that man wearing. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's go moment by moment. First thing we want to do on the show, we have these predictions that we've made. So let's revisit the predictions we made for the series. We said from day one, 3 things we hoped or thought would happen. 1, that he would trigger the multiverse of madness, or as in the show Loki, maybe not Loki themselves. 2, that King Loki and variant Loki would meet in Asgard. And our third prediction is that there would be some kind of Loki fight inspired by the Look What You Made Me Do music video by Taylor Swift. Exactly. Now, I'm starting to think we're not going to get that fight the way I had imagined it. It seems like we're going to get a team of Lokis, perhaps.
Exactly, a team of Lokis, I think we are going to have. But I have the feeling that there's going to be, because the team of Loki that we are going to see also like President Loki, right? And all the Lokis around President Loki they are against Loki. It's very strange.
Yep. So it could be like one Loki versus many. This goes into one of my theories I'm going to see if I picked the right animation on the first track. I didn't upload these in order. Is this? Nope, not that one. Yes, this one. I have a prediction that I want to make on the show.
Okay, go for it.
So earlier on TikTok, somebody asked me who I thought was the real timekeeper, because obviously the timekeepers were like these robot things. So who's controlling them? Yeah. My theory is that it's Loki. It's just another Loki. And that's how this all pieces together. But then that led to a greater question. Also on TikTok earlier about, like, is Mobius a variant? What if Mobius is a Loki? And therefore, what if everyone in the TVA is a Loki?
Wow, that's a lot.
A lot of Lokis, right?
That's a lot. I mean, I
think that's realistic? Absolutely not. I do not think that's what's happening here. But would that be extraordinary?
That would be amazing. But I honestly think that we can have Owen Wilson being a Loki, because he knows a lot about Loki.
Yep.
Right?
And he can relate to Loki, like, in a really interesting way.
Exactly. And he says, like, you can be a good guy. He's like the only one who understands him. But the thing is, I saw on Twitter a photo that was like young Loki, like Tom in Thor 1, Thor 2, like the Loki we have now, and then old Loki, and it was Owen Wilson. And they put like the 3 of them together, and I don't know why, like the visual made sense.
Oh my God.
It was very interesting.
So another piece that kind of connects to what you're saying that I think makes your point super strong is somebody asked Tom Hiddleston in press. Maybe it was you that posted this video. I'm not sure, but someone posted it on TikTok this week. While Tom was doing the press for Loki, he was asked, is Loki going to have a love interest? And Tom's response was, in order to fall in love, you have to like fall in love with yourself first. Right? So obviously people are connecting that to Sylvie's character, but it could also connect to Mobius's character. Just saying.
Exactly. But I think we need to discuss about this whole situation of the
Okay, let's
self-love
discuss. Let's
one.
discuss.
It's just a lot of things because what I read on Twitter, there were a lot of people who were, you know, against that. They were very disappointed. They were saying like they just it's not good representation and all that. I understand. Like I understand. And people can feel like that. But what we need to understand, and honestly, I'm going to hold my thoughts until the end of the season. I'm not going to say what I think about this self-love thing until the end of the season. I don't like Loki and Sylvie. I don't like them. I just think I like them as a partner in crime thing, you know? But what I don't understand and what is not okay for me is like the amount of people who are sending hate to Michael and Kate.
Yep.
You
totally
can criticize,
inappropriate.
exactly.
Absolutely not.
You can criticize a piece of work. It's a piece of work, needs to be criticized, you know. But we draw the line when you start insulting, making death threats, and all that things because you didn't like a thing that a fictional character did. It's the same thing, like it's stories repeating itself. Same thing happened with Taika. Like they were racist, they were saying a lot of things because they didn't like what he did with Loki. Like you are insulting, you are saying a lot of things about a real person because you didn't like what a fictional character did. That's not okay. And I have read a lot of things on Twitter that I was like, this is too much.
Yeah, there's a really hard line with fandom, right? Where fandom is fun and it's engaging and it feels like a community. And then when it spirals into that narrative, and unfortunately with social media, it definitely goes both ways very quickly. Exactly. And you've seen it with every single series so far that Marvel's done. With WandaVision, we had this same kind of toxicity surrounding some of the writing, especially with Vision in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It was everywhere with people arguing about the topics and the narrative around race and racism. And now you're seeing it with Loki.
Exactly.
And obviously all of these conversations are very different thematically, but it comes back to this problem with how fandom goes too far. And you see it in every single fandom. Like there's no fandom that has not experienced this, but it doesn't mean that it can't be called out, and it should be called out. And if you have a platform, you should say, like, no, that's not the behavior we condone or want to be part of.
Exactly. And the thing is, like, Tom is also the executive producer, okay? But he's the one who says at the end of the day yes or no. He's the one who says the last word. It's just you are going to criticize these two, but it's like no, Tom will leave him apart. It's just why are you criticizing those two only?
Yeah.
Just if you want to criticize in a healthy way.
Yeah.
No need to tag them. No need to tag them.
Nothing's exempt from criticism. Everyone can criticize and have opinions. There's absolutely, like, especially with a fictional TV show about a fictional universe, like there's no need for it to go beyond constructive criticism and conversation.
Exactly. It's just you say that criticism, it has to be like a constructive criticism, like how to improve. Maybe just write something. If you want to write like a whole thread of how it can be improved, that's fantastic. We need that. They need to improve that. Okay. Yeah. But one thing is that, the other thing is, hey, no, let's take these two people, Kate and Michael, and let's just do all of this. I read a comment saying like, I'm going to kill myself, and they tag Kate, Michael, and all these people, and I was like, come on, you can do it better.
Not appropriate.
Not appropriate
for sure.
at all.
So definitely on this show, that
we
is
don't
the line
support
that we will not be supporting. We do not condone that, but we are here for constructive conversation, for theories, for reactions. You're allowed to not like an episode or not like a character development, and we'll keep the conversation within those healthy boundaries and have a great time while we do it.
Exactly. I'm just holding my thoughts about Loki and Sylvie because nothing happened in this episode. We just have an idea of what we think it could be.
Yeah.
And I just want to wait and see, okay, let's finish the entire season and see how that develops.
For sure.
Because I think at the end of the day, it's just Loki realizing my theory of all of this self-love is just Loki realizing that he can love. Like he didn't have anyone to love. First of all, he's a little kid. He's a little boy. Mobius say that. He doesn't know how to love. So he's probably confused and he doesn't know what is platonic love, friendship love, all this kind of love.
Yeah.
So, but it's love. You know, that if you feel love to someone and that someone is you, is self-love. So I think, but it's not like falling in love. You know what I mean? It's just, I feel that way. And I think that's loving himself is going to provoke like the Nexus event.
Yes. And we saw that in this episode when that's how they found them on the moon with the moon crash, was because of self-love. But certainly a theme that we will come back to when the series is over and we've seen the full narrative constructive. And certainly for everybody watching in the meantime, let's keep our conversations, constructive to the point we're currently at. And fortunately, we do have a lot of constructive things to talk about with this week's episode. If we want to talk about Sylvie, let's talk about how she can fight. Boy, this fight scene was so satisfying to watch. What did you think about the big showdown?
I mean, I was like, yes, but at the same time, I was like a bit disappointed.
Why?
I have to say, I absolutely love the fight, okay?
Yeah.
But for me, it was like Sylvie is still in the show.
Oh, okay. That's a spicy opinion. I can see that.
It's just I absolutely love it. I love it. Like, yes, woman, do it.
Yep.
But it's just strong women just, love that. But it's the Loki show.
Yeah. It's definitely setting Sylvie up for whatever her bigger presence in the MCU is going to be and whatever role Sylvie is going to be playing throughout Phase 4. So I'm excited to see what this is building to, but certainly they were putting the spotlight on Sylvie, and then that post-credit scene kind of flipped it back to our Loki that we know and love, which I was very grateful for because I could not, the end of the episode and then the first round of credits with that amazing song choice, I was a mess watching that. I couldn't believe what we had seen, and then I was so grateful we had the post-credit scene to kind of set the tone for what's coming next.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. It's just, what else are we going to have in the show? What else?
But strong women was certainly a theme in this episode.
Yes.
We had Sylvie, big moment. We had Sif, which we've already talked about and how amazing it was to have Sif back on our screens. We had the iconic character development of Hunter. Is it?
Oh my gosh. Yes. I hope she's alive.
Yes. Okay, let's talk about it. I hope she's alive too. So cool to see that character finally get some development outside of what we had previously seen, because I'd been very disappointed up to this point with how this character was not being built. So that was really satisfying. I don't have a picture to show for YouTube and Twitch, but also Judge Renslayer had some huge moments this episode as well. So, I mean, round of applause for Marvel finally writing us some strong women storylines that are as also diverse in the casting as in the plots themselves, and actually giving these women different types of depth and story. Like,
And diversity.
And the diversity. I mean, they're raising the bar slowly for what they're capable of. And the bar was pretty low. So it's nice to see the effort put in. And I think a lot of credit can go to Kate Herron for the amazing influence that she's had on this franchise and on Loki. Certainly, you can see how big of a difference it makes compared to past projects.
Listen, it's written by but it's directed by a fan. So here we go.
So we have a comment coming in from YouTube that I want to show. Agree with Ro, the amount of spotlight Sylvie is getting, the show might as well be called Sylvie. I love that. Thank you for sending that.
It's just Dasha. Season 2 is going to be, instead of Loki, it's going to be called Sylvie. It's just like that. It's just
maybe at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they did the title that changed from Falcon and the Winter Soldier to Captain America and the Winter Soldier. So maybe we are in for like a name twist, like from Loki to Sylvie.
Exactly. It's like Loki and Loki who is not Loki, but it's actually called Sylvie.
Maybe the name of the show is going to change to the Bi Loki Brigade or something like that, or it'll just be Loki, Sylvie, Alligator, Richard E. Grant, and the name of every other Loki we meet.
Richard E. Grant in pants.
I love the idea of a Loki just being called Richard E. Grant and like him playing himself.
Absolutely agree with you. Like, it's just Richard E. Grant, you know.
Yeah, 100%. I also very quickly want to talk about some of the amazing memes we got out of this week's episode. Let's talk about Mobius for a second. There's a scene in the library where he's looking at Judge Renslayer's, I'm gonna call it a phone because I don't know. To me, it looks like a phone in the scene, and he's kind of looking like this.
Yeah, that's me.
It's me, right? That's like me.
Me checking on TikTok.
Me when I see my TikToks blowing up.
Me checking TikTok with 1 million views. What?
Me seeing Kate Herron tweet anything about the show. Me seeing that my theories were wrong about the show.
Me seeing Marvel joining TikTok, by the way.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I'm replying all the comments. What?
I got a reply from Marvel. I'm so excited.
Besties now.
I'm besties with Marvel now, at least Marvel on TikTok. That was pretty exciting, and they liked a video of mine, so there is hope for everyone, I think.
Oh my gosh.
That Marvel will kind of give you a little love on TikTok, but let me just read y'all the comment exchange. I think it was really, really wholesome. So I commented on one of their videos that they posted saying, besties, welcome to TikTok Marvel. Welcome to the TikTok Marvel community. And then a green heart for Loki, obviously. We've been waiting for you. And they responded, you're doing such good work, crying face.
Oh my God. Fun. They are fun.
They're fans of Stark Radio. Confirmed.
Oh my gosh.
That was pretty cool. That happened last night.
That's amazing.
I definitely was cool about it. I definitely was super chill when I saw it. I was like, oh yeah, like no big reaction from me. I'll just vibe my way out of this one.
I absolutely love the comment that someone asked, and where's the trailer for No Way Home? And the reply, leave us alone.
I definitely think whoever's running the TikTok account must have been on Marvel TikTok for a long time.
Yes, of course.
They know. They're like on it with what's like the conversations that are going on. So whoever's running the account, shout out to you. You're doing an excellent job.
Amazing. I'm a big fan.
Leave us alone. Honestly, this is a live shot of the Marvel social media team. Mobius in the library. Yeah. Oh, they're like, gosh. What have we gotten ourselves into?
I'm just gonna tell them, like, next time they post, I'm going to tell them, bestie, tell Taika Waititi to join TikTok, please.
Honestly, where is he? I don't understand. He's the perfect chaotic energy for our community.
Exactly. I'm very, very, very excited, and hopefully he will join TikTok because Ryan Reynolds just join TikTok. Yes. And they're going to promote this film.
Yes. Yeah, the I know they have a movie coming out, and it's a video game, but it's not a video game. And so Taika's like,
like in the promo, he says, "Hey, join TikTok." Mm-hmm. But I'm sure he has TikTok. Like he talks.
Oh, he's Twitter. Definitely a lurker, 100%.
Like he say, "It's the high five for me." In one Twitter, I was like, "What?"
That's some TikTok language, right there. Like exposing yourself.
Yes.
What do you have any?
People are saying in the comments, saying like, to be honest, I feel like Taika has a secret TikTok. Yes,
100%. Yes, 100%. What else is coming in on TikTok before we enter our next segment of the
show? They were talking like, I think Loki learned to love himself through Sylvie. Yeah, I don't have more comments, honestly.
We have some coming in on YouTube, so let me come back here. People are saying that it's pretty accurate, and that this was a response to the Mobius meme, me when I cheat on a testing at 38%. Yeah, a vibe. Keep the comments coming. We love hearing what you all think. That's what the show is all about, is talking about your reactions, your theories, your questions. And with that, let's enter the next segment of our show, called From the Bifrost. I'm really good at making jokes and memes. So obviously From the Bifrost, that's all of you submitting your thoughts and your questions. Yes. So thank you as always to everyone that sent in your voice messages. If you don't know, you can go to the link in my bio. After you watch an episode of Loki, or throughout the week as you're thinking about the episode, you can send us a voice message and we'll play it live and talk about what you think. Just like, your favorite late night shows that you call into. So let me turn up the volume here for a second. Let me pop my mic up real quick, and we're going to play our first call-in of the week from our good friend, Judith. Judith is always, on the ball with calling in reactions. So here's what Judith had to say about this week's episode. And let me know on TikTok if y'all can't hear it.
Girls, so for me it was the best episode so far. I think a lot happened. First we see Mobius and Hunter realizing that the TVA has been lying to them. Then we see Loki and Sylvie destroying the timekeepers, which, by the way, I wouldn't have imagined ever that they were like androids, to be honest. And I still think that Kang is behind everything, but what do you guys think? Who do you think is pulling the strings? And I was really, really shocked with the last scene, with the post-credits scene. I think it was fantastic. I think it was a great way to introduce these Loki variants, and I'm really excited to see more of them.
Thank you, Judith, as always.
Thank you, Judith.
Let's just quickly go in order of what Judith talked about here. So first, shocking that the timekeepers were kind of these animatronic things. I mean,
that's the Lorax. That's the Lorax. Sorry.
My favorite meme of the week was that this was just the Lorax having a fit about the trees. Honestly, as he should.
Exactly.
I wonder if it was intentional to make this guy look like the Lorax, or if it was like someone's subconscious. Someone subconsciously designed that, not realizing that they think that the Lorax is like this timekeeper of all time of our timeline.
Honestly, I have no idea, but I hope it is. I hope it's just a reference.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Were you surprised by that reveal?
I was surprised. Yeah, I didn't expect that it was going to be fake ones, But I really like it. I don't know. I watched it in Spanish. I didn't have time to watch it in English. Mm-hmm. But in the Spanish version, when the Sylvie cuts the head, they whisper, "We will see you again soon."
What?
In the Spanish version, they do that. When she gets the head, they whisper "We will see you again soon."
Okay, so I think the real learning from this series is that if you're not watching it in Spanish, you miss out on literally everything. Yeah. Because every episode, the Spanish version either has a leak, a reveal, or something that we totally miss in the English version. I had no idea that happened.
And really?
I had no idea.
Wow.
Maybe did anyone watching it in English hear that? Because I did not hear that, but maybe I was just losing my mind. Who knows? As in, I was very excited about what was happening.
English because I remember I was like, I watched it twice, and the first time I was like, did they say something? And when I watched it with my mom, I hear that they were saying like very, 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 whisper, very soft. That. Oh, we will see you again soon. That changed everything. So what is that? It's not in the
okay, so I'm glad I'm not the only one. We also have on TikTok here, Crispy K1 saying definitely did not hear that. So I'm shook, y'all. All the people that watched it in English shook together in the chat right now. Drop a sheesh in the chat if you feel shook.
What? I'm just shocked right now.
I'm losing it. So okay. Can you re-describe this one more time for us? So Sylvie cuts off the head of the timekeeper. I think specifically it was this timekeeper that the head got chopped off of. And then
it was the middle. It was this guy who. No, it was this was in one of the right sides.
Okay. And she picks up the head.
She picks up the head of the middle one, and when she picks it up, in the Spanish version, you can hear, "We will see you again soon." I'm just going crazy. Wait a moment. I'm just gonna check it.
I'm sure you're right, because I think that I have a theory. This is not like a theory about the show, but just a theory about production. I feel like when you make a show primarily in English and then you're translating it to other languages, you have to work really hard to make sure the nuances are included, right? Like
exactly.
you have to have a more detailed script with all of the pieces that are, added in post, or, something like that. And the English script might be something that was really subtly added in post by people perhaps, or something, versus in, when you're re-recording it in another language, you need to have such a specific script to make sure every single nuance is included, that perhaps it could be overshown, overdone, which could be why we got the name Sylvie in an earlier episode from the Spanish subtitles.
Yeah, exactly. In the Spanish subtitles, they have to put the name of the character and that,
Yep.
Wait, I'm just rewatching right now the scene. Wait, I see the Spanish. They say something. They say that.
Y'all.
They say that. And I think...
So, Lorax confirmed.
Oh my God. Yeah. Nos veremos pronto, which means we will see again soon. They say it in a very subtle way, like it's not even in the subtitles.
We have people on YouTube saying, I need to watch the last 2 episodes of Spanish because I'm shook. Chichi, I feel the exact same. I do not know Spanish, but I will watch it with English subtitles. I did not hear this. This is obviously not an exclusive. If you watched it in Spanish, you picked up on this, but this feels like an exclusive here on Stark Radio, that we're all learning about this right now.
Oh my God.
We'll see you again soon. So perhaps the timekeepers are coming back in their own way.
But the thing is, like, the voice that you hear saying, we will see each other again soon, is not one of the voice of the timekeepers.
Bestie.
Like they talk very weird, and this one is like a very creepy voice. Like very, like, we will see each other soon. Like that.
I'm getting Voldemort. He's giving me Voldemort vibes. He's giving me Wizard of Oz vibes.
Yes. Voldemort when he's whispering to Harry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Harry. Yeah, like that. Exactly.
You have fought valiantly. Yeah. I don't do a good Voldemort impression, but I do know my Harry Potter references, besties.
Crazy.
I have so much to think about now. So, okay, so if you could assign the voice to one of the other voice actors from the Spanish version, who do you think it could have belonged to? Or was it just a completely different voice altogether?
It's a completely different character. Completely different. It's a character we haven't met yet.
All right. Official prediction. Based on the facts. Is this my official? Yeah, official prediction coming in. Bucky Barnes.
What?
I'm kidding. I feel like I am the biggest Bucky stan in the world. I'll do anything to have Bucky included in the show. So Bucky Barnes, Timekeeper, confirmed.
Mephisto,
confirmed.
Mephisto
confirmed.
But he was like kind of weird vibes, like kind of creepy Mephisto vibes,
yep.
you know?
Yep. I still haven't ruled out Mephisto here. I honestly haven't.
Yeah.
For the only reason being, I would be satisfied if we got Mephisto.
I would love to, but we are not going to have him, I think.
Bestie, don't ruin this for me. I still have hope. But okay, speaking of Mephisto, just like I'm using this as a bridge here. We got a comment on YouTube I want to circle back to about Doctor Strange. What do you guys think about Doctor Strange being in these Loki series? There are rumors about it. Dasha's asked this on YouTube. We talked about this over the past few episodes, besties, about what's happening with Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Every week it seems more and more convincing that all of the Marvel projects are leading towards the Doctor Strange movie coming out next year. Obviously, Spider-Man leak warning, cover your ears. Mute me for a second if you don't want to hear the spoiler, if you haven't already heard it. Doctor Strange is confirmed for Spider-Man. It leaked in the Lego set, leaked in the pop figures that came out. So obviously we're getting Spider-Man to Doctor Strange connections. I'm convinced that like Doctor Strange is, if Doctor Strange is not in this series, that Doctor Strange is going to be connected to this series.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe in like a post-credit scene we would get Doctor Strange, perhaps. I'm more convinced that we could see someone from the Loki series in the Multiverse of Madness movie versus having Doctor Strange appear in this series.
I would vote for Kid Loki.
Oh, that's a hot opinion. Why do you think Kid Loki?
Because Kid Loki has to be in the timeline of Doctor Strange. Because Young Avengers has to happen, and Kid Loki is in Young Avengers. So that's what I think. But I have a thought.
Okay.
So post-credit scene where we have all the Lokis, because they were like pruned, right? Does that mean that the draw that they prune in the TVA that was Casey's draw is also there? Because that means the Lokis now they have all the stones, like Infinity Stones.
Yep.
Interesting.
Official prediction. Official prediction.
Yeah.
What if the Multiverse of Madness is just all of these variant Lokis with all of the Infinity Stones?
God.
Imagine all of these Lokis. Each of them has all the Infinity Stones to themselves.
But it will help to send maybe one of the Lokis back to the Doctor Strange timeline if they have like the stone, like the Tesseract. You know?
Yep.
I don't know. It's like, if you think about it, there's a lot of things. Like, where is Owen Wilson right now? Where is Mobius?
Mm-hmm.
Is he with Lightning McQueen? Is he
Lightning McQueen in the MCU confirmed?
Ka-chow! Like, it's like the Lightning
Ka-chow
McQueen.
besties.
Ka-chow besties. Like, we should do like a section Ka-chow. Owen Wilson is the moment. Exactly.
If you're not watching on YouTube and Twitch, you're really missing out with the animations we have going on right now. We also have this one, which is a favorite of mine. Ro creates Owen Wilson. That was from episode 1 of this show.
I predicted that.
You did.
I predicted. Also, it's funny that we are talking about the TVA on an app called TikTok, right?
Yep.
You're saying, Cachao besties. I absolutely.
We have Cachao besties now running at the bottom of the screen over and over again. I'm gonna leave that up for a few minutes to just set the tone
please.
Here.
Cachao besties. I'm just saying, Lightning McQueen multiverse. We have Daniel Bru, who plays Lightning McQueen in the German version, and Owen Wilson. So
beautiful, confirmed.
Beautiful.
So here's a question. If Lightning McQueen is in the MCU, that implies that there is a car version of every MCU character.
Yes.
So pick an MCU character, someone not from the Loki series. And if you're watching and you're in the chat, feel free to also do this. Pick a character from the MCU and tell me what type of car they are.
Oh my gosh.
Bucky Barnes is like 100% a vintage baby blue convertible. But vintage. Like someone had to put a lot of time in to make the car run, and it almost does not pass safety inspection because that's how old it is.
Yes.
You know?
Simo is a Mercedes. Like it's a Mercedes. It's just a very expensive Mercedes. I don't know.
100%, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And I would say that like Spider-Man, like Peter Parker Spider-Man is like a Toyota Corolla. Like nothing fancy, gets the job done. Teenager's first car, like
definitely second-hand car.
I need Cachao besties on a shirt. Done. I've been talking about doing Stark Radio merch when we hit 10K. We're very close to 10K, so I'm gonna add that to the list of designs. Would y'all want a Cachao besties shirt to memorialize the show? Done.
Yes, please.
It's on the list. What else was in Judas' message that we should call out? Because I feel like we went from Judas' message to like a Cars parallel universe.
About Kang. Who do we think?
Oh, about Kong. Yeah, Kang. I still think that's the strongest theory here about connecting Kong, the quantum realm, Quantum Mania, the next Ant-Man movie coming out, seeing the TVA in the background of those shots from Ant-Man 2. We talked about that on previous episodes of this show. If you were here, you've heard the theory in full, but if not, you can go back and watch because we talked about it extensively almost every episode so far. I still think that's my strongest bet.
Yes, here. Definitely. It's just either it's Loki or it's Kang. But this, voice that we hear in the Spanish version.
Have we had someone voice Kong yet?
No.
I don't know.
Oh, wait a second. Have we checked the list of the cast?
Hold on, besties. Is the Spanish end credit scene about to reveal this once again?
Let me see. Let me see.
Ro, you're like the official Spanish leaker of the MCU fandom. So
shut up. I don't want them to sue me.
Ro doesn't leak anything. Ro just reads what is publicly available.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not my fault.
Not your fault that you understand Spanish.
Exactly.
So while Ro digs, I'm just going to read some of the comments we're getting in. So please keep the comments coming. This is so much fun. So on TikTok here, we have Crispy K1. Hiddleston was rumored to be filming as Loki in London, where Doctor Strange is being filmed. Yes. And Tom kind of leaked that himself when he was talking about filming on set as Loki on his birthday. And his birthday would have fallen in the Doctor Strange shooting timeline. So yeah, I think that that is a strong contender, even if it's just like a tidbit, right? Like it's just like one tiny scene of Loki and Doctor Strange or something. I feel like we could have a lot of characters come back in that movie doing flashback scenes or whatever else.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be surprised if we had Tony Stark in Multiverse of Madness at this point, but it's like Tony Stark from Iron Man 1 or 2.
Then don't forget, Taika leaked a script for Thor Love and Thunder that Tony appears.
Crossing my fingers for it. I would love to see it.
Yes.
How are you doing in your hunt through the credits?
Nothing. It's just they say additional voices and they just put the names of the actors. So, Disney.
They caught themselves. They knew they leaked it once and they were smarter this time. Dang. But yes, thank you, Judith, for calling in that message.
Yes, thank you.
Started a lot of conversation. Judith is joining us for the finale of our Loki after parties, which we're very excited about. We confirmed today with Judith. So Judith, see you soon. Next, Eric at the Disco. Dear friend of the show, dear friend of mine, calls in every week. Here's what Eric, I have not pre-listened to this, but Eric is always very funny. So let's hear what Eric has to say about this week's episode.
Hey besties, it's Eric again. Wow, where do I even start with this episode? You know, Tom Hiddleston really wasn't kidding. He said that this episode really makes the whole show turn on its head. And oh my God, wow, does it. Those last 20 minutes, those were insane. I honestly thought the last 20 minutes is something we would see probably by like literally the finale. But the entire time they were fighting in front of the timekeepers, I was like, holy shit, there's still 2 more episodes after this. And I'm very excited to see where everything goes. I feel like the acting scenes in this episode were very underrated. Of course, everyone's talking about the post-credits, but like, oh my God, every scene Owen Wilson had in this episode, oof, man, it just made his pruning hit even harder. And I can't wait to see where Owen Wilson ends up in the rest of the show, because obviously he's not dead. Very excited for the rest of the season, y'all. Only 2 more episodes. Really sad about it. But I love you both. Take care. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Later.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you. Totally agree. It's just Owen Wilson is the moment, as I say.
Let's bring the banner back, y'all. Can y'all hear the sirens in the background right now? There's sirens going by. I don't know if you hear it. Is it yours?
Yes, it's mine.
They also come up and down my street. It started right when Eric talked about Mobius getting pruned. So I'm like, yes, besties. That is the energy of that scene. Someone had to send help for me when my cosplay king, Owen Wilson Mobius,
gosh,
disappeared. But there is no way that they're paying Owen Wilson as much as they are for him to leave after 4 episodes.
But we know that being pruned doesn't mean that you are dead. It means that you go to your own multiverse, like your own alternative timeline. That's why I say we are going to see Lightning McQueen. I don't know. It's just, I think he's such a good actor. And, you know, when he said in episode 2 that, are you going to stab me in the back? It was the wrong person to tell him that, because it was the TVA at the end. And the acting in that scene that you can see Renslayer being, you know, sad about it as well, like upset. And Tom, like Loki, he was like...
We have the photo, besties. Let's bring it back.
Oh my gosh, no.
You know, it was so funny because when the series got announced that some of the writers were from Rick and Morty and came from like a comedy background, I was like, oh, we're going to be laughing our way through the Loki series. And like, we've cried every episode.
In every episode, yeah. Definitely.
They don't care. They're like, keep it coming. We want you on
I thought
the
like
verge of a breakdown always.
Exactly. I thought it was going to be, you know, like, okay, to second episode is a bit tense, third, fourth episode is going to be, you know, more relaxed, like more like, haha, fun.
Yeah.
It was fun when you see like Loki being slapped by Sif.
This was fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
But
you know what? I'd even say this was fun. The post-credit scene. I had fun.
My God. We need to talk about the post-credit scene. Like
we bestie. We need to dig, and we have so much to talk about with that scene. Anyway, please continue. I keep cutting you off here.
No, it's fine. It's just I think the acting was amazing, and it's just it makes sense what I said last week, right? Like it's like a play. You have the first act, the interval, and the second act is coming now.
Yeah,
so
I think that was probably one of the best. It wasn't even a theory. It was just some of the best commentary that you've given us about this show that you offered was that take on it. Because when I watched this episode, I had that in mind about like thinking of it in a play structure, and it made some of the nuance of Loki's character development make so much more sense to me, right? And how they're like stretching some moments that they really rushed in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like some of those deep character development moments for Bucky especially happened within one scene. And it was like, oh, okay, yeah, one scene for Bucky to go from here to here. But I mean, in this show, like they're digging into it. Like you want to play.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Exactly. It's a play. It's like, and I can definitely see Tom Hiddleston going that way. You know, he's a Shakespearean actor, and he has this thing of, you know, kind of a Shakespeare tragedy. It's not going to end well. It's not going to
Don't
end
call
well.
it a Shakespearean tragedy. I don't want to hear that in relation to our beloved Loki. It's been a tragedy every episode in some senses. I don't want this to end in my heartbreak. I can't take it.
Yeah.
I thought we were here for good cop, bad cop, buddy cop, you know, detective-ing. You know, I thought we were here for nothing matters, it's the end of the world. And I thought we were here for, you know, like, what's a fish? You know, DB Cooper. I thought we were in for this. No, we're in for pure
I thought he was
heartbreak.
going to go through time and just visit things, and that was my thought of the series, you know, like maybe Loki visiting Shakespeare. I don't know. Something like that. Just every episode is a different thing. Just adventures.
No, we're seeing the end of the world multiple times. Every possible version of the end of the world, and everyone suffering.
It's giving me anxiety, you know.
I just want Loki to be happy. Instead, we're seeing him getting punched in the gut continuously, both literally through Sif and then metaphorically also.
Exactly, and he also, it's like dying.
Did you see the TikTok I posted last night? It didn't do very well because the language was a bit harsh, but I thought it was very funny. It's like someone else's audio, and it's like I'm gonna say the G-rated version of it, but it's basically like, we don't care, go to therapy, stop talking, get a coffee, and like deal with it. And I was like, that is how the producers are making me feel watching Loki. It's like, we just asked for Loki to be happy, and they're like, absolutely not happening, and we don't care what you think about it.
Absolutely, I agree with you. That's
but
funny.
To counteract the pain that they are putting us through, we are getting a Simpsons special, The Good, the Bart, and the Loki, which is going to include Tom Hiddleston voicing Loki as a Simpsons character, and it's going to have Simpsons characters as various Marvel characters. We have Captain Marvel, Nick Fury, Black Widow, Vision, Hulk, to name a few, Hawkeye.
Absolutely love it.
So maybe this is them trying to make us feel better about all the pain they've caused.
Yeah, probably. But I cannot wait to see Tom Hiddleston in The Simpsons. It's just so cool, right? It's just, and also that his character is just like him with the eyebrows, and I don't know. It's
they did a good job of
making guy, right?
Yep. They did a good job making Tom Hiddleston a Simpsons character, but it's the last thing I expected to get from this series. The last thing I expected was for Tom Hiddleston to become a Simpsons character.
That
was not on my bingo
doing
card.
A cameo in Teletubbies even before The Simpsons, you know. Yeah, like they were saying, like, oh, we have big surprise with Teletubbies, and the Teletubbies account just doing tweets about Loki and
Tom Hiddleston as the sun. You know how they have the face and the sun in Teletubbies? That's it.
Like the GIF, you know, like
yeah.
Love that.
100%. Oh my god. So thank you, Eric, as always, for calling in with your thoughts. It's always a joy to hear your take on things. I have one more message before we get to our favorite segment, which is hearing from Rose Mom, from Emily on Instagram. So she sent these to me directly, so you'll hear her talking to me a tiny bit at the beginning. But here's Emily's theory on Mobius.
Okay, so I do have a voice memo. I don't know if I'm supposed to send it to you, but I do want to send it. Okay, so in my head, in my perfect world utopia, Mobius is a Loki. That's the only people he's ever been given to deal with. So I genuinely think that he's a Loki if he's only had to deal with them. I don't know why, but I really think so. And the purging, I really hope Mobius ends up in the Loki multiverse with all of them, but I genuinely think so. I would love to hear what you think about that. But he's only had to deal with like the Sylvie case. He's only really dealing with Loki, and I'm assuming anytime he's got them, he just ends up like purging them and sending them to that world.
So if you couldn't hear that, because I know it was kind of quiet, Emily's thought is that Mobius is a Loki. The cases that he's been put on in his career at the TVA has been about finding Loki variants, even if he didn't realize that. And that's why he was so focused on Sylvie and this specific case, because that's his area of expertise, because he is also a Loki and he does not know that.
Yeah, I agree with that theory.
Let's use that to segue into the post-credit scene. So tell me why you agree, and then let's dig into this.
I think because Mobius knows Loki very well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like very unconscious, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Very unconscious, and it will make sense. It will make sense. Otherwise, how is going to connect Mobius with Loki in that place, you know?
Mm-hmm. He certainly sees him on a whole other level, and it kind of understands him much faster than other characters that we've met in the show, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think like we're definitely going to see Mobius roll up in this little alternative wherever they were after they had been pruned or purged or whatever you want to call it.
Can we talk about this scene? Because
let's talk about it, bestie. Go for it.
God, I cannot wait.
Dig in.
So can you show
yes,
up
here's the picture. If you're not watching on YouTube or Twitch, we have the picture up right now of that post-credit frame. Okay, here's the full frame.
Yeah. First of all, can we talk about the background?
Mm-hmm.
That's the Stark
that is
tower.
Avengers Tower.
Yeah.
That's insane. And you're also seeing other iconic buildings of New York when you zoom out here. Like, this is very much like we're in New York City, besties.
Yes. New York City destroyed.
Yeah.
What happened? Mm-hmm. Why? So, first of all, we have here classic Loki. People were complaining about his look, and I was like, search classic Loki. It's called classic.
This is what you get.
For a reason.
Yep.
You know, but do you know what he has in the bag?
What does he have in the bag?
Probably a bazooka.
Ooh, that's exciting. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I think there was like this comic where classic Loki has a bazooka. So then we have my favorite Loki, which is Kid Loki.
Kid Loki.
Absolutely adore him. He's a baby boy.
Do we know who this actor is? Because I already
Jack Anthony Veal.
We stand. I'm so happy. I can already tell I love this actor.
And also this actor, he was very cute on Instagram, just posting, I cannot say who I'm going to play. He's very cute. He's just trying to reply to every single comment on his Instagram, you know.
That's so cute. I love it.
Very
good for him.
Yeah.
Big moment for him. This is a big role.
Exactly. It's crazy, you know. He kind of looked like Tom.
Yeah.
Like
very much
like a kid version of Tom. So the casting is fantastic. So well.
Yeah,
the casting is fantastic. So Kid Loki. Then we have Crocodile Loki, which I absolutely love.
We got a great comment on YouTube here from Cedric. Loki. Crocodile Loki, LOL. I agree.
Yes, exactly. And then we have this Loki.
That is not named yet, per se. He did post this photo from behind the scenes.
But look at that. It's a hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And he's wearing this, what looks like a Highlands-inspired regalia. Like, this is giving me big Scottish energy with the like the tartan pattern on his top, and then what looks like a leather kilt inspired bottom.
Definitely. So he has these vibes of King Loki.
Yeah.
But I like to call him Worth Loki because he's worth it.
He's worth it 100%. He's
worth it. So
definitely big like Highlands energy. I'm getting Scottish, you know, this kind of lamb sheep looking fur he has on is also very Highlands themed to me. So I don't know if there's going to be some kind of accent with this character. Perhaps we'll hear some kind of Scottish or Irish tone. I don't know if like there's this alternate universe where the Avengers takes place in like Glasgow. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's kind of what I'm thinking around this character. And I think that it's just really interesting that I think the costuming is giving us a ton of hints around the background of this character.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm very excited to see what he's going to do.
Chi-Chi on YouTube saying, I think he was credited as boastful Loki, but could be wrong. I like that boastful Loki. He certainly looks, he's got a lot to boast about. I mean, look at this. Absolutely.
Yeah. I love him already.
We stand. He's my favorite already. I hope that these variants stick around and they're not just here for one episode.
Exactly. I mean, they're going to be for 2 episodes, Bestie, because there are only 2 episodes left. But sorry to break it to you.
Bestie, don't be telling me things like this. Like, let me live. But maybe season 2. They're bringing Loki back for season 2, so perhaps we'll see more.
I just hope they all, stick together and they are, like fighting together. I would love, like, give me that. I need a hero scene again with all the Lokis.
Yes, 100%. I would love the prediction that we have around the Taylor Swift fight sequence. That's where all the Lokis would fight each other. I hope that prediction is now wrong and that they're fighting together. Perhaps against other Loki variants, sure, but definitely, and they kind of say in the dialogue of that scene, like, oh, like, you're only going to survive if you come with us. So clearly they have some kind of survivor community built.
He says something, am I dead? No, but if you don't come with us, you will be.
Like, you will be, yeah.
That's so weird, like
so ominous.
Yeah, and it was like classic Loki talking. I was like,
Richard. You can see more and more with every episode why that Tom Hiddleston led Loki Symposium was necessary, right? Like he held that big scene where he taught all the characteristics of Loki, and it kind of made sense. Like, oh yeah, there's a lot to know. He's like been around for a long time, but if you're going to direct like 10 different people playing the same character, like, yeah, you would need to know every single nuance of who Loki is.
Exactly.
Even if Mobius turns out to be a Loki, then yeah, Owen Wilson would need to know what nuances can he build into the Mobius character that could connect him to be a Loki variant. Like, it's too much on my brain. I just can't do it. I need all the episodes now to solve all of these riddles in my mind.
I cannot wait for episode 3 episode 5, sorry.
I know.
I think I would love to see a next episode and introductions of all the, main Loki variants, but seeing like a bit of, like maybe like classic Loki and a bit of rewind to what did he do, why is he there, what happened to him, like kind of like what they did with Sylvie.
100%. I agree with you completely.
So I would love to see that. It's just it
a little bit of backstory for every
so and I really hope they take the opportunity, like, just to keep Richard Grant in the MCU. I would love to see him more. As Loki.
Absolutely. I mean, again, thinking about contracts here, he's an expensive actor to only have for 2 episodes.
Yeah. And they Tom and Richard, they were since 2013, they were saying how much they look alike and how much they would love to work together.
Yep.
And I hope they keep doing that, like
hope that they keep it coming.
Together. Yes, exactly.
Emily is here saying, so excited for this. Emily, we played your voice message and we're all with you that Mobius could be a Loki variant. That is like a confirmed on your side by Stark Radio theory.
Yeah, confirmed, like, definitely.
We have Colin saying a little bit of croaky, it's like crocodile Loki. That's good. I really hope that's the actual name here.
That comment reminds me a bit of the song, like Mambo Number 5, a little bit of croaky on my side.
Imagine that song, but it's just Loki, except for Croaky being like the one name difference. A little bit of Loki. Also reminds me of Schitt's Creek. And do you know the song on Schitt's Creek, A Little Bit Alexis?
I haven't seen that show.
If you have watched the show, there's a song, and I'm not going to sing it because I can't sing, but the lyrics are, I'm a Lamborghini, I'm a Hollywood star, I'm a little bit tipsy when I drive my car. But it's that, and then the chorus is, la, 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 a little bit Alexis. But imagine that, but it's Loki, and it's just all the Loki characteristics. Yeah. Love that. Emily says, Mobius being a Loki. Yes, I love that. You guys see it. 100% we see it.
100%. It's like he knows a lot about Loki.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that TikTok might have just sent a notification to all my followers that we're live. So we might have a lot of people joining us for the end of the show here. So if you're just joining us, welcome. Right. We still have some pieces that we got to dig into here, including our favorite segment of the show. If you have not been to our show before, Ro's mom calls in. Now, Ro, why don't you give everyone a bit of context about your mom and how invested she is?
My mom is very invested to the show. So, yeah, like, you know, I'm living with her, and I'm always bothering her, saying, like, you should watch this show. And she's watching it, and she's loving it. And she's Mobius stan. Like, she absolutely loves Mobius, and she ships Mobius and Loki. And yeah, so she's a Loki stan.
She ships Mobius and Loki, so we have an official Loki Mobius shipper in the community here, and it's Ro's mom.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play the message. It's about 20 seconds long. I'm assuming it's in Spanish once again. So after we listen, Ro, if you can provide us with a beautiful translation for those of us that wish we could speak Spanish, I will learn Spanish via this show. Let's hear what Lola has to say.
Bueno, este capítulo me ha parecido fascinante, me ha encantado, espectacular, y mi teoría se va cumpliendo, que yo sospecho que todos los Loki se van a unir para destruir a la organización. Así que ya veremos, ya iremos viendo cómo va todo. Venga, hasta la semana que viene.
I don't know what she said, but the energy was immaculate.
The energy it's like the typical Spanish mom. It's just the typical
Lola,
Spanish
we love
mom.
you. We love you here on Stark Radio.
Lola should get TikTok, yes or no?
1,000% we need Lola on Marvel TikTok. 1,000%. Set her up, Ro. We need her.
I would try. So basically she said that she absolutely loved this episode. Like, you know, last week she was a bit, you know, didn't like it. She was a bit septic. But this episode, she absolutely loved it. It was one of her favorites. And she said that one of my theories is becoming true. That one of her theories were like all the Lokis are coming together and they are going to destroy the TVA.
She called it. She called it last week. She did.
And yeah, like hopefully she confirms that next week. So yeah, that was
Lola is the timekeeper.
Yes, behind everything is Lola. I don't want to say anything. Voice. I don't want to say anything, but guys, actually, my mom was hired by Marvel.
Marvel, don't shut us down because we spoiled it.
Sorry, my account is closing as we speak. I need a lawyer. If anyone knows,
a lawyer, where is our executive producer this episode? Is he behind you there?
Yes. Wait. Oh. Yeah.
Maybe he's got a lawyer for us. There he is. Can y'all see behind Ro on YouTube and TikTok? On YouTube and Twitch, you can see our executive producer hanging out behind Ro.
Yeah, but also wait.
If you're on now the TikTok, there we go.
There we go.
Maybe they have lawyers that they can hook you up with for
this
spoiling.
Guy probably has a lot of lawyers, so
he must.
Yeah.
But anyway, so is that all Lola was saying? That
yes,
yeah, her theories are becoming true.
Yeah, definitely.
I love it. So happy. I do love that we're getting like, you know, if the theme of the show is self-love, there's no cooler way of talking about that theme than to just have a billion versions of yourself coming together as one to like defeat something. Like that's like the ultimate symbol of self-love. It's just having.
Listen, I think to sum up the show, I think the writers watch RuPaul and say, if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you
How the
going to
hell are you
love
gonna love
somebody else? That's the main theme of the show. I'm sorry. RuPaul confirmed.
RuPaul confirmed. Maybe okay, so the timekeepers. Last week or 2 weeks ago, we said the timekeepers were Taylor Swift, Aaron Dessner, and Jack Antonoff. This week, we're saying the timekeepers are Lola and RuPaul.
And someone else.
Who's the third timekeeper? Let us know in the chat. Who's the other timekeeper?
I was going to say the lawyer of Tom Hiddleston.
She's saying Marvel about to hit y'all with a cease and desist. Honestly, this might be the last episode of Stark Radio, y'all. This might be the end of it,
guys.
us.
It was nice. Maybe we will do another show.
We'll come back. I was thinking about starting a counter series called Rogers Radio, where it's Steve Rogers radio stations instead of Tony Stark's radio stations. So if we get shut down, look for Rogers Radio on YouTube and TikTok near you.
Loki's radio.
Well, yeah, Loki radio, absolutely. There's many ways we can go with this. They can't silence us for being right about Rose Mom being a timekeeper.
Yeah. The other day I wrote this audio on TikTok that is the Bo Burnham song that is I wrote a song about the TVA.
I would like to hear it. Do you have the lyrics?
I'm not gonna sing here.
Don't just sing it, but can you say it to us like spoken word poetry?
Oh my gosh,
style?
I cannot remember that.
Bro, everyone chant with me.
Bro,
I'd love to hear it. I want to hear it.
Remember the lyrics.
Oh yes, you can.
Welcome to the TVA. Welcome to the TVA. Please enjoy your stay. I can't remember. Wait. Welcome to the TVA. Please enjoy your stay. You are probably a variant, but no worries. We will judge today.
I love that. I love
that. What else? Wait, I have it here.
I have a question for everybody watching once we're done with this song here. I think Ro is just pulling it up on her phone. So if you're on TikTok,
I have it here.
It might be paused.
Yeah, welcome to the TVA. Please enjoy your stay. You are probably a variant, but no worries. We will judge today. Please take a number or we will reset you. Don't forget to sign all the things you say too. Welcome to the TVA. Welcome to the TVA. Have a look around. There are all these people who don't even know what jet sky or fish are. Please don't worry. They don't know the truth. So don't tell them they were a variant once too.
That's so good.
Now I need someone.
I love it. Everyone, round of applause. I loved that. That was so well done.
Thank you.
Loved it.
Years in the music industry working. So
yeah, everyone hire Ro for your musical.
Taylor Swift was found shaking.
How did you fit a Taylor Swift reference in before I did into this episode? I love that. It's true. Taylor Swift shaking because Ro is on the rise. Exactly. I have a question for everybody watching. Ro, I want to hear your thoughts on this one too. So if everyone's a variant, if you are a variant of like the ultimate Ro, okay, what do you hope another version of Ro is like? For me, I know that I hope there's a variant of Liz that does not get sunburns because besties, I am burnt. So I just hope there's a variant out there that can go stand in the sun with sunscreen on to be safe, but will not get as burnt as I got over the past few days.
Oh my gosh. I think we discovered the variant of Ro through my Instagram stories with this guy of the beard.
Oh, do you guys follow Ro on Instagram? Because this was the funniest thing in the entire world. I was losing my mind when he posted this. Basically, tell them.
Basically, there's a filter on Instagram that was a beard filter, and I kind of look good. Like people were hitting on me more than that I look now. And then suddenly someone on TikTok tagged me in a video saying I thought it was you with the beard. And there was this guy who just looks like me, but just with the beard. He was wearing the same glasses and everything. And I was like, this guy is my variant. People were saying, like, this is the variant R0934.
We found Rose variant via an Instagram filter. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's like a strong choice.
Yeah,
sure.
Definitely. That's my choice.
So thank you to everyone that called in your reactions this week. Do you have anything coming in on your TikTok feed that you want to read out before we move on to our next segment?
Just people saying hi.
And keep the comments coming in on YouTube and Twitch as well. We love reading them. Let's head into our last.
Twitch as well? Are we live in Twitch as well?
So we're supposed to be. Oh, we are live on Twitch. We are. It is working on Twitch. I don't know if anyone's watching us on Twitch, but we are live on Twitch. We have lots of folks hanging out on YouTube with us, at least. Hold on. Let me just mute my Twitch stream here. See if it's working. Anywho, let's enter our last segment of the show, which is called, if I clicked on the right one, End of File. So End of File is, in the first episode of Loki when they gave that beautiful, scene with Loki seeing the end of his life and everything that happened. So our End of File is the end of our episode and our final thoughts before we head into a new episode of Loki next week. So Ro, what are your final thoughts on episode 4?
Absolutely love this episode. I am wow, like Owen Wilson would say. And I don't know, it's just I hope next episode they introduce us to the variants.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see what they do.
Yeah.
Let's see why they are there. They have to, they are doing all these questions, and I hope they answer the questions. Otherwise, it will be a mess. So these are my thoughts. What do you think?
My main thought now is that the timekeeper is your mom and the Lorax.
My mom, the Lorax, and RuPaul.
And RuPaul, which is very different from Taylor Swift, Jack Antonoff, and Aaron Dessner. So I have a lot to think about in that capacity. I think the biggest thing from this week's episode is what you just taught us, that there was like a whisper of this won't be the last time you see us, or whatever. What was it that they said? I have to scroll up now.
No, we will see you
We'll see you again soon. So that's my biggest. I have to go rewatch the episode and see if I can hear it in the English version. That's pretty significant. And I think that, we have predictions for what the show is supposed to be and what we thought was going to happen. And my honest opinion is that we have no idea what's about to happen. We have no idea. I feel like I have no idea what's coming next week. No idea. I hope Mobius comes back and they have a big reunion and they're going to go take down the TVA with all the other Lokis. But honestly, at this point, there were episodes of our after party where we were so sure what was going to come next, right? Like we knew, we were like, oh yeah, like the next episode's going to be Sylvie and Loki running through time together. And that's not at all what happened. So my learning is that I'm done making guesses about this series. Bring it on, Kate Herron. Bring it on, Tom Hiddleston.
Just bring it on.
What I am going to anticipate, because every week I've said, oh, I'm done crying about this show. So I am going to anticipate that I will cry again next week. And so will Loki. Because at this point, they just want us to feel pain.
In this bingo, it's like a bingo, Loki bingo. Mm-hmm. Are we going to cry? Is Loki going to die? Is Loki going to cry? Mm-hmm. Is Loki going to... Because in this episode, we saw Loki making a friend like Mobius, and then his friend died.
Yep.
Is Loki going to suffer? Exactly.
The Jeff Goldblum
Bring it on,
meme.
Jeff. Bring it on.
Yeah, this is what I am expecting now from this series. It's just me constantly in a state of Jeff Goldblum tears.
Exactly.
Yeah, and a small applause at the end. I did not think that meme would become as relevant as it was when we pulled it for episode 1, and I'm very glad that we've used it. Unfortunate that we've had to use it every week since, but effective nonetheless.
I love it. It's the best meme.
What a long episode. Thank you, everyone who's watched with us. I know there's so many of you on YouTube and Twitch that have been hanging out with us. So thank you for joining us for this week's after party. Remember, link in my bio on TikTok, on Instagram. You can send us voice memos anytime. You don't have to wait till the next episode comes out. As you're thinking of theories or things are coming out, if you want to share questions or thoughts, send them in and we'll respond live. Next week, we'll be live next Friday. I will be getting my COVID vaccine, my second dose of the COVID vaccine. So I might be a little loopy, but we'll still do the show, even if I'm like, you know, some people have been getting sick after their second dose. So hopefully I'm feeling good. But even if I'm not, I will be here to cry about Loki with everyone.
We will take care of you. No worries.
You'll take care of me, and Loki absolutely will not, because I have been in a state of this every episode. So
the executive producer will take care of you.
Beautiful. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. All right, so we will end the stream on YouTube and Twitch. Make sure you're following. Our handles are below here. Producer Liz and Agent of Midgard on TikTok, and updates on the show on Instagram first at Producer Liz now on Instagram. New at, if you didn't notice, we changed the at this week. So Producer Liz on Instagram, and Rowie Pop, I think, is your Instagram.
Rowie Pop, yeah.
It's tagged in my Instagram story. So if you can't find Ro, head over to my Instagram and you'll find Ro. But thank you as always, Ro. And I know this was a big day for you. We had Spain win the Euros game.
Oh my gosh, what a day. What a day.
What a
beautiful day. I nearly had an attack with that match. My goodness.
It was a big one. I'm really glad that we watched it in full before we started the episode. And
I'm glad that we won, because otherwise I would be here like, you know, what do you thought about Loki?
Yeah, we kind of had to separate it. And just before we go, because we're live on TikTok too, so I'll say this before we end the lives. So next week, obviously, we go live on Friday for this show. Yeah. And what's also happening next week, Black Widow is coming out in theaters. So if you're going to see Black Widow, obviously let us know. We won't talk about spoilers on this show. It will be a Black Widow spoiler-free space. But we will be doing a Black Widow special here on Stark Radio with a variety of people that make content around Natasha and Black Widow. And it's going to be super fun a few days after the movie comes out. So if you do want to partake in a show just like what we did today, all about Black Widow, stay tuned for details on that's going to be announced on Instagram first and then TikTok. And all the details will be coming out about who's going to be here and how much fun we're going to have. Are you seeing Black Widow when it comes out next week?
Well, I think I'm going to watch it in Disney Plus.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Still, it's going to be a great experience whether you're seeing it on Disney Plus or in a theater. So I'm excited to hear what you think about it. We'll have to do like a pre-show talk about Black Widow before we dive into Loki, because I'm sure we're going to have a lot of thoughts around that too.
Yes, definitely.
But if you are seeing Black Widow, stay tuned for details on our Black Widow after party, because that'll be coming out also in the next few weeks. And we'll see you next week for episode 5 of the after party.
See you next week, guys.
Bye TikTok, bye YouTube, bye Twitch.
Bye.